In this particular video, we will look into the process of digestion. As we know that in the digestive system of frog, there will be alimentary canal and there will be two associated digestive glands, that is liver and the pancreas. Here we will see the process of digestion. So first, we know that frog is carnivorous and it will capture food with the help of bilobed tongue, and the tongue of frog is bilobed at tip. After trapping of the food, food will pass into buccal cavity. After buccal cavity, it will go into pharynx. After pharynx, it will go into esophagus, and finally the food will reach the stomach. Now, in stomach, there will be secretion of enzymes as well as there will be secretion of HCl. So, this HCl and gastric juices secreted will act on the food and food will become partially digested, and we call partially digested food as chyme, CHYME. Now, this chyme will move into the small intestine, which is the duodenum. So, finally, chyme reaches the duodenum. Now, in duodenum, there will be two secretions which will be coming. The first secretion will be bile. Bile will be coming from the gallbladder, and second secretion is pancreatic juices that will be coming from pancreas. Now, both this bile and pancreatic juice comes by a single duct, and the single duct in the case of frog is called as common bile duct. Functions of bile and the functions of pancreatic juices are that bile will emulsify the fats which are present in the food, and pancreatic juices will digest carbohydrates and proteins. Now, by action of these juices, digestion will be completed in small intestine. Once the digestion is completed, then all the nutrients will be absorbed in small intestine. Now, this absorption will occur by villi and microvilli present in small intestine. After this, all the food that has not been digested, so the undigested solid waste will move further into the rectum. After rectum, it will come into the cloaca and will go outside the body by cloacal aperture. So, this is the process by which frog will be digesting its food. After completing the digestive system, we come to the next system of frog, that is the respiratory system of frog. Now, we know that frog respires by three modes. The first mode is by lungs, the second mode is by skin, and the third mode is by buccal cavity. Now, if we talk about these three modes, if frog respires by lungs, we can call it pulmonary respiration. If respiration occurs by skin, it is called as cutaneous respiration, and if it respires by buccal cavity, we can call it buccopharyngeal respiration. Now, the frog, when it is on land, then it can respire by these three methods. So, on land, it will respire by lungs, with skin, as well as by buccal cavity. But if frog is in water, it will respire only by skin. It cannot respire by lungs, it cannot respire by buccal cavity, because it will not get air in that particular case. So, we can say that skin acts as aquatic respiratory organ. Third, respiration occurs when the frog is in aestivation or hibernation. When frog is in aestivation or hibernation, in that case also the respiration occurs only by skin. So that means if the frog will be on land, in water, and during aestivation and hibernation, different modes will be used by frog. After this, talking about the lungs, so there are a pair of lungs which are present. These are elongated structures, and these are pink colored and sac like structures. These pair of lungs are present in upper part of the trunk region, that is thorax of the frog. Talking about the movement of air which occurs, so air will first enter the body by nostrils. After nostrils, air will go in buccal cavity, and finally air will be pushed into lungs. So this is the respiratory system of frog.